Hello everyone, my name is Jignesh Sutar and I am a solution architect at AWS. In this video, I will show you how to access SQL Server hosted on RDS from Lambda. In this video, we are going to use two main AWS services, and that is AWS RDS and AWS Lambda. Amazon Relational Database Service, as known as Amazon RDS, is a managed service which makes it easy to set up, operate, and scale a relational database in the cloud. It provides cost-efficient and resizable capacity while automating time-consuming administration tasks such as hardware provisioning, database setup, patching, and backups. It completely frees you to focus on your applications so you can give them the fast performance, high availability, security, and compatibility they need. It supports many database engines like Aurora, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, Oracle, etc. Another managed service is AWS Lambda. It lets you run code without provisioning or managing servers. You pay only for the compute time you consume. With Lambda, you can run code for virtually any type of application or backend service, all with zero administration. Just upload your code and Lambda takes care of everything required to run and scale your code with high availability. You can set up your code to automatically trigger from another AWS services or call it directly from any web or mobile app. Today, I'm going to show you how to access SQL Server hosted on RDS inside private subnet from the Lambda function hosted in a public subnet. When you create these subnets, you need to make sure you create and configure route tables correctly so that the Lambda function in public subnet can access the RDS instance in the private subnet. We have configured the internet gateway with the VPC to allow communication between the VPC and the internet. Basically, it serves two purposes: to provide a target in your VPC route tables for internet route table traffic and to perform network address translation for instances that have been configured with public IPv4 addresses. Also, we have configured the NAT gateway to enable RDS instance to communicate with other AWS services. It enables instances in a private subnet to connect to the internet and other AWS services, but it prevents the internet from initiating a connection with those instances. And for security reason, we have created the RDS instance in the private subnet so that it cannot be accessed outside the VPC and over the internet. In addition to that, we need to configure two security groups as shown in the diagram to make sure Lambda function can access SQL Server instance. The first one, Lambda security group, you need to configure with Lambda while you publish it to AWS cloud, and the other one, DB security group, you need to configure while you create the RDS instance. So let's walk through the source code. As you can see on the screen, I have implemented a simple Lambda function which we are going to use to connect to SQL Server hosted on RDS. On left side, you can see I have installed AWS Toolkit, and also I have created a profile and configured my AWS credentials so that we can access AWS services from within the Visual Studio. Also, I have installed a bunch of NuGet packages. A couple of them are provided by Amazon, and one is provided by Microsoft, and that is a SQL client. We are going to use it to connect to SQL Server from a Lambda function. In source code, first I'm going to get the connection string from the AWS Secrets Manager. Once we get the connection string, the next step is to create the connection object. And once we get the connection object, we are going to pass that connection object to a command SQL command object. We are going to use this SQL command object to execute a simple select statement on product table. And once you execute this particular command object, basically you get a reader object, and you can use the reader object to loop through all the records in a product table. And basically we are going to build an array of a string of the products, and we are going to return it as a response. The next step is to publish our Lambda using Visual Studio. But before that, we need to configure IAM role under which our Lambda is going to run. So let's go to the IAM console, go to the roles. For simplicity, I have already created the role. So search for RDS. So this is the role under which our Lambda is going to run. And we are going to supply this as a parameter when we try to publish our Lambda through Visual Studio. And as you can see, I have configured two policies with this particular role. The first one is custom policy, and basically it will give full access to network interfaces. And the second one is built-in Lambda full access policy. So now let's publish our Lambda to AWS Cloud. Right click on the project and select the option Publish to AWS Lambda, and it will display a simple wizard. On first screen, select all the default values and click Next. On the next screen, select the IAM role which we have just created, and that is RDS Lambda full access. And in VPC and security group, select the values as I showed it to you in the architecture, and then say click Upload. Once it will upload our Lambda successfully, it will close this particular dialog. So now let's go to AWS console and see whether our Lambda got published successfully or not. So let's go to AWS console and check whether our Lambda got published successfully. As you can see, our Lambda got published successfully. Let's go ahead and access it. And the next step is to test it. You can see it is successfully able to connect to SQL Server hosted in RDS, and we got our response back, which is a list of products in a string format. I hope you found this video informative and helpful to understand how to connect to SQL Server hosted in RDS from Lambda. Thank you for watching it.